So can we please give a massive round of applause to this panel and to Anushka to raise the energy in the room, ladies! Woo!
Thank you so much, everyone. I think out of all the sessions I've attended, this has been the most energetic one so far. I'm going to try to keep this energy going. So before we start with our panel, I'd like to talk a little bit about our organization, Youth for Jobs, and why it's important for us to be having this discussion here today. I'm joined by people who have worked really hard to find solutions for this marginalized group of people. They're Zero Project Awardees, and we'll also hear from a woman entrepreneur herself. And with that, we'll get started. I'm from Youth for Jobs. Our organization focuses on skilling and placing people with disabilities into jobs. So we provide entrepreneurship support, market access, and we support them with particular skilling that they would require to get good jobs. From the 13 years of the work that we've done, we've realized that we need to have more of a focused effort for women with disabilities, which is why we launched the WeDo initiative, which stands for Women Entrepreneurs with Disabilities. It was actually launched here in 2023 at the Zero conference. And it's grounded in real needs, and we're doing this as a collaborative effort through partnerships and a global alliance. Our key goals for this initiative is to enable economic independence, change community mindsets about women with disabilities, and of course, create a more inclusive and diverse entrepreneurship system. And the core belief of this initiative, like I mentioned before, is that if we can design solutions for women with disabilities, we can find solutions for women everywhere. Just to kind of go over the global landscape of what this looks like for women with disabilities, it actually has no boundaries. There are, of course, regional and cultural contexts everywhere, but women with disabilities are marginalized across the globe. This demographic makes up 500 million women worldwide. And even though that's such a large number, only 20% of women with disabilities are employed, which is far less than men with disabilities and also women without disabilities. And because women with disabilities are hidden away, especially in the global south, where there's such a huge stigma around being a woman and a woman with a disability, access to assistive technology and resources to be able to participate in daily life and participate in the economy is limited. And the reason this conversation is so important, not just today, but in the coming months and the coming years, is that globally, only 2% of funding is dedicated to disabilities. Philanthropic funding is dedicated to disabilities. And of course, as we all know, that's most likely going to be threatened even further in the coming years. So ignoring women with disabilities is a missed opportunity because investing in them can drive economic development and also innovation, which means that we also need to be investing more in leadership development and economic empowerment. Because so far, disability funding is prioritized on medical aid and fixing or curing disabilities. So just to go over the challenges that women with disabilities face. It's across the globe, it's quite similar, and I'm going to try to keep a global perspective on this. But there are, of course, systemic exclusions and barriers everywhere for people with disabilities, and when it's coupled with being a woman and having a lack of gender-friendly infrastructure, it becomes even harder. So for example, in rural India, access to clean restrooms and even privacy to deal with menstruation with dignity is really hard for a woman. Oftentimes, many women have to walk far from their homes just to find a private space. And when a woman with a disability has mobility issues, it becomes even harder for her to manage her needs with dignity. And when it comes to impacts like COVID-19, natural disasters, economic downturns, women with disabilities are often the first group of people to lose their jobs or even when there's some issues in the family, women are asked to step down from their roles, making them dependent on a family member for their living. So there is a lack of gender disaggregated data in disabilities and also gender disaggregated data in a lot of areas. And we've seen that exclusion of people with disabilities, it's estimated that 3 to 7% of GDP is missed out. And women make up 36% of the workforce and only earn 18% of labor income. And out of that 36% of the workforce, only 30% of women are women with disabilities, which means there's a huge chunk of women that are depending on someone else for their day-to-day living. And of course, women, when they're stuck at home, they're more vulnerable to abuse and sexual exploitation. So to address these issues, we are thinking of this in a 3-level approach. One is advocacy, building a global network, and of course, continuing to do on-ground work. Advocacy is putting out more success stories through our WeDo booklet, highlighting stories of women who have overcome challenges, featuring stories like Anna's, who we will get to hear from, and also mainstream conversations like this and keep having more roundtables and workshops. Building a global network with an initial focus in India and expanding across the globe, we want to create an alliance of more organizations, more stakeholders who are working towards the empowerment of women with disabilities. And what Youth for Jobs does best is our on-ground work. As we continue to skill and train people with disabilities, we want to have a more large-scale focused effort on women with disabilities. And our first partnership with the state of Karnataka is where we will see the largest large-scale project on women with disabilities in India. Just to quickly tell you a little bit about it, it's a community-driven approach, and we'll actually be using existing community resource persons within the state government mechanism and help them sensitize their communities and include women with disabilities in the system. So with that, I see my light is blinking, and I'd, of course, like to hand over the mic to our panelists. So what we're here to talk about are some solutions that we've seen across the globe. I'd want our panelists to tell us a little bit about the work that they do, and then we'll quickly have a Q&A, some questions that I have, and then we'll try to have a discussion from the audience as well. So first, we'll hear from Jihad. Jihad is from the ALNOUR Association, where she works to empower women with disabilities, and I'll hand it over to you now to tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Hello, so my name is Jihad, and I am honored to present ALNOUR Association today and share the story of ALNOUR with you. So imagine a world where talents or dreams are overlooked simply because of a physical limitation. Imagine the barriers, social ones, economic ones, and emotional ones that stands in the way of your independence. So for women, many women with disabilities in Morocco, this is their daily life and their daily reality. But ALNOUR decided to change that. I'm not sure, okay. So first of all, what is ALNOUR? ALNOUR means light in Arabic. It's an association that was established in 2013 in Marrakech, Morocco, and it's one of the first social enterprises that focuses on empowering women with disability by providing meaningful work in the art of traditional Moroccan embroidery. ALNOUR promotes economic self-sufficiency, focuses on dignity and social inclusion of women with disabilities. So the essence of our project. For ALNOUR, it is important for us to actually consider it more than a workplace. It is a second home. It is about a sense of belonging, We create accessibility, we offer support, and we open doors to opportunity. Our mission is very clear: empower women with disabilities by providing inclusive training, meaningful work, and essential services, paving the way for a sustainable and independent future. ALNOUR has a new holistic approach to empowerment in Morocco. We offer an adapted work environment. It is fully accessible, physically and emotionally supportive. We work on skill development, and that's by offering training in high Moroccan embroidery, a craft that is globally demanded now. And then we offer a holistic supportive services, including healthcare, meal services, childcare, education, as well as transportation. ALNOUR has a sustainable business model where we generate our revenue through the craft textile to sustain our mission. ALNOUR has an impact that reaches far beyond the workplace. It empowers women to achieve financial independency and uplift their families. By showcasing the capabilities of women with disability, ALNOUR challenges the stereotypes and transforms the mindsets. Families and communities experience the profound effect of inclusion firsthand. It is a model for growth. Our approach can be adapted to empower other marginalized groups, creating wider change. I wanted to share with you today two stories of two women who worked at ALNOUR, who still work at ALNOUR. Safa, one of the youngest employees that we have, she has a hearing disability. And then one day we were speaking and she asked me, Jihad, am I deaf or is the world refusing to listen to me? Safa learned sign language, Moroccan Sign Language at 5, overcame bullying to become the first deaf female high school student in the region, and unfortunately faced barriers to higher education due to accessibility challenge. Safa joined a ALNOUR training program and excelled in the embroidery training, becoming one of the youngest and most skilled women in our enterprise. Safa is very proud of her products now. Nora, born in the high Atlas mountain, overcame her short stature and scoliosis. Nora found her calling at ALNOUR, where she became president and transformed the organization into a hub for vocational training and social support, empowering women with disabilities. Nora always jokes and says, I might be small, but I'm never refraining from taking up plenty of space at the decision table. ALNOUR runs as a social enterprise, blending the purpose with sustainability. Our globally sought after embroidery funds our initiatives, including the training programs, but we still need strong partnerships. We have strong partnerships with the government, local groups, and international organizations to amplify our reach. We work on applying for scholarships and grants because it is vital to scale our trainings and services to enable us to reach more women with disabilities. Our vision doesn't stop here. We're currently working on launching our sewing training program to enhance employability and create more jobs for our beneficiaries. As well as, we launched it already. We started on working on our daycare center for retired women with special needs. And then we're always dreaming of replicating our model in other regions, not only in Marrakech, but around Morocco and beyond. ALNOUR stands as a shining example of what opportunity can achieve. When inclusivity is woven into the fabric of workplaces, entire communities thrive. Join us in amplifying our impact through collaboration, advocacy, and by supporting our beautifully handcrafted textile. Together, we can light the way for a more inclusive future. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jihad. I think you really highlighted the importance of going beyond just training and skilling and giving more of a holistic support for women with disabilities. With that, I'd like to now go to Karwan Moamin from Halabja Disabled Organization. Karwan is a project coordinator at the HDO, where he plays a key role in planning and implementing initiatives that empower people with disabilities. He has led the Yes We Can platform, providing training, mentorship, and networking for aspiring entrepreneurs with disabilities. And now I hand it over to you, Karwan.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Anushka, for giving the very nice introduction for this panel. Actually, what you talk about is we faced in Iraq. So I want to start by saying who we are. We are Halabja Disabled Organization that we are located in a city that in 1988 we have lost 5,000 people just in 1 hour due to the chemical bombardment. So I come from that city, so I'm very proud to be here today. So Halabja Disabled Organization has some mission and vision. As we found this organization in 2013, and we have 4,000 members with disabilities that are registered in our organization. Our vision is to have an inclusive society that everyone is respected in our community. So what we do for this, the mission is that empowering the people with disabilities to overcoming their challenges to having economic dependence. So the project of ours was smart poultry farming for women with disabilities. So what do we mean by this is that we empower 50 women with disabilities to use technology in their poultry farming. So why we did this project, we faced some problems in Iraq. One of the problems is that the economic dependence of the women with disabilities. Women are, they do not, somehow due to some issues like the social attitude, social stigma regarding the disabilities, because they are women with disabilities, they are only stay at home, they do not give the works, jobs for them. So due to these problems, we try to have this project. So our vision was to the women to be somehow economically dependent and to having an inclusive society. So what were the innovative aspects of our project is that we use technology in this poultry farming, because it helps these women to their products to be high and to be increased. And also we provide the training for them regarding how to use digital media, social media for marketing, for sharing their products. And also we give the continuous support for them. Technically, so we visit their fields, the place of their project. And the impact of our project was economically, so these 50 women have jobs now, and they have products, so they sell products. Each of them have their social media platform for sharing their products. And socially, we told the society, because in Iraq, we still have this problem. The people there have somehow negative attitudes towards the disabilities. So by this project, we said we can do it. So the women can do it. And there were some success factors for our project. The first one is this training that we give to these women, and also the use of the technology. So it was a very new, innovative. So of course, the ongoing supports that we provided for them, we provide some trainers, some people, some expertise to visit their fields, to technical problem solving. We will help them. And of course, what comes about the sustainability of our project. So we use some technology items that their costs were not very high, so it can be afforded. So, and our project is climately friendly. And the next steps of our project was we are in the process to work with some NGOs, some international NGOs to support us to expand our project. So, of course, fortunately, at this moment, we got a fund from the Australian Embassy to replicate this project for a new beneficiaries. So, thank you so much. I think it's all my presentation. Thank you. The questions are at the end.
Thanks, Karwan. Our next panelist was not able to join us, unfortunately, but she has sent us a video presentation. I'd like to introduce her, though, Mariama Berry. Mariama's efforts span education access, gender equality, and disability inclusion.
I am Mariama Berry from Guinea. I'm going to talk.
All right.
Hi, I am Mariama Berry from Guinea. I'm going to talk about the project autonomisation socio-économique des femmes en situation de handicap. FITIMA is the one who is heading this project, and FITIMA is founded in 2003. The Fondation Internationale, Tierno and MAriam is an NGO dedicated to disability inclusion and women employment. The socio-economic empowerment of women with disabilities projects aligns with HDZ 4, 8, and 10, as well as the Zero Project slogan, a world with zero barriers. So this project focuses on 3 key areas for women with beggars with disabilities. It is on capacity building, business development and founding, and support network. So to start with all of this, I'm gonna talk about a story. It is Adam Hawa, who came from a street beggar to community change maker. So Adam Hawa was born with a visual impairment. So to secure her future, her parents married her off, believing that at the very least she would be a children. However, her husband was neglectful, and after having 4 children, she made the difficult decision to leave her family in the village for Conakry, the capital city, with her daughter, resorting to begging to feed herself and her family. Selected for the project, Adama received support, enabling her to start a small business selling buckets, vases, and polishing charcoal from recycled paper in her village to sell. Living in a coastal region, she now preparing activities to train other women, especially those in disability and often neglected, in charcoal production from recycled paper for selling, providing a sustainable alternative for smoking fish, despite her visual impairment. Hadama has become financially independent, and today, all for her, full of her children, including her daughter, who once begged alongside her, are enrolled in school. So this story aims to demonstrate that ability is not solely physical. It can be mental, motivational, or simply the will to succeed. This message is especially important for beggars with disability, empowering them to see their potential beyond societal limitation was the aim of the project. To achieve this, we focused on building self-confidence by helping them recognize their strengths and overcome self-doubts, developing leadership skills by encouraging them to take charge of their lives and contribute to their country development, and introducing innovative solutions by teaching them unique income generating activities such as transforming recycled paper into charcoal, a sustainable alternative that not only provide economic independence but also address environmental concerns. To achieve that, we took actions. We dedicated over 300 hours to capacity building sessions in 3 national languages for more than 60 women with disability, many of whom had never attended school. Our goal was to equip them with essential entrepreneurial skills while fostering self-and leadership, empowering them to drive change in their lead communities. We focused on tackling food waste by training them in agricultural product transformation as well as recycling and waste management. One key initiative was teaching them to convert recycled paper into charcoal and eco-friendly alternative to firewood and traditional charcoal, which significantly contribute to deforestation. Through these efforts, we provide them with foundational knowledge to help them identify viable income-generating activities, develop the business idea, and draft solid business plans. Beyond training, we offered financial support to launch their businesses, ensuring they could generate a sustainable income and break the cycle of poverty for themselves and future generations. Recognizing that financial independence requires long-term support, we partnered with microfinance institutions to help them manage their earnings, reinforce their financial literacy, and provide access to credit for business and expansion. Additionally, we established a pair mentoring network, enabling them to share experience, support one another, and build a strong and resilient future. As output with these activities, over 90 women with disabilities, including more than 60% who were beggars or homeless, received funding, 60 in 2024 and 30 in 2022. More than 75 women we secured funding and gained access to microfinance services. 60 women acquired skill to contribute to SDG 1 to sustainable income generating activities, and 30 women who were initially beggars stopped begging, improving their livelihood and securing better future for their children. To ensure success of this project, we focused just as much on transforming beneficiaries' mindsets as we did on developing their skills. When people hear their entire lives that they cannot achieve or become anything, they start to believe it. Our first challenge was to erase these limitations, limiting belief, and instill a leadership mindset, one that empowered both us and the beneficiaries to turn this initiative to success. To conclude, I can tell only one thing: the only ability that truly matters is the will to succeed. Thank you so much.
So there's a lot that goes into entrepreneurship support, including financial inclusion, support that goes beyond just skilling and training. And now I think what we've been waiting for is hearing from the most important perspective on this panel, how entrepreneurship has transformed your life. Ms. Yolanda, who is the CEO of PanQAyuda. It's a cooperative that's dedicated to the production of gourmet pastries and food, and she employs people with disabilities herself. Under her leadership, it's become a model of social entrepreneurship that not only generates employment, but also transforms lives through training and empowerment programs. Anna, we'd love to hear from you now.
Thank you very much. I ask you, hi, how are you now? Please close your eyes and take a little breath, deeply breath. Then open your eyes. I am Ana Yolanda, the general manager of PanQAyuda. But I born with disability. The oxygen is not enough to my brain, and I have paralysis, brain paralysis. At 4 years old, the medicals told my parents, go take her to a special institution and have more children. Oh, of course, my parents didn't do that. Instead, they give me love, inspiration, and respectful, and encourage me to do the same. I finished my university in the best university that I could take in Mexico City. Hello from Mexico City, the country of Frida Kahlo, that knew the pain of disability in her own life. When I was to my first, I study mass media communication, and I study a degree of human development. When I went to the first interview job, the guy told me, oh, that's a great CV, but I need a good presence, a good imagine. What about this talking? I take a shower, my clothes are clean. What exactly do you mean? I asked him, and he told me, well, I have a good leg. I need a good legs. That's shocking a lot, because at school, nobody lent me the material, nobody ever. I have to move quickly to have my qualifications and my material, my degree, my grade at school. The second interview, the girl that made that interview told me, she didn't ask nothing, first of all. And she told me, finally, you can work. Why not? You can work. But why not? Tell me, what's happening? My CV, I prepare. You can work. Goodbye. Naturally, well, this made me very, very sad, because I had a great effort at the university with the transport, with the professors, with the accessibility in the classroom. I remember that I arrived to my house with my fingers, my foot fingers, with blood, because I had to walk and to upstairs class, and was very, very difficult, but that doesn't stop me. Of course, I feel awful, I feel very bad, and I start looking what happened with the other people with disabilities in Mexico. And they are living, most of them, in poverty because no jobs opportunities. And that makes me feel more depressed. But suddenly, a very intelligent man, very important in my life, my father, told me, what happened, Ana Yolanda? I am very proud of you. What happened to you? Oh, go. You have to do something. Yes, Father, but what can I do? It's not depend on me. Nobody wants to hire me. Where is the opportunity? What happened? What happened with the effort that I did at the classroom? Hey, go ahead. If you cannot find job, create it. What? Yes, create your own work. And not for only you, for another people that is living the same of you. Oh, Father, you are very clever. And what can I do for do that? what do you like? What do you like? Yes, I like cookies. Yes, it's easy to make cookies in the oven of my house to my son. I am single mother, woman, and woman with disability. And my son has the bad behavior to eat three times in a day. So I have to feed him. So you have to work. My little lady told me, my father, what are you going to do? Well, I like to make cookies, to bake cookies. It's easy, 20 cookies, 20 little cookies in my oven. It's very easy. Well, but you have to think more and more big. And that's PanQAyuda born. We generate before the pandemic 20 works for deaf, blind, intellectual, and wheelchairs. In the pandemic, we stay saving PanQAyuda, 3 people. One blind, that was the baker, Gustavo, that is the social media of PanQAyuda, and me. Saving the project. Work a lot because to be an entrepreneur with disability, you have to be very, very hard work. You have to do a very, very hard work. And we did it. And we did. And we done. And we will do. We cannot give up at the first blow. We have to do it. Right now, we are 10 working in PanQAyuda. We want to grow up. Thank you. We want to grow. We innovate at the crisis. We have time to innovate. This cricket bar, this cricket bar, superfood, that it's, yes, the cricket that sings, it's it. Mexican cricket, superfood, 3 times more protein than the meal, without the pollution of the meat, healthy and tastes good. We want to grow. We want to scale this PanQAyuda bread that cares to other countries to generate jobs so we can live with dignity of our job. Thank you very much. I have taste. Please, let's have a conversation. I have taste of the bar, cricket bar, and I want you to know so we can collaborate and make this work more equality, respectful, love. Thank you very much.
Anna, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. That was truly inspiring, and I think this is exactly why we need to get more stories like yours out there. And with that, I think we'll move to the Q&A. I have a few questions I'd like to ask the panelists, and Anna, I think I'd like to start with you itself. I think that you've told us that you went through a lot of challenges in your life, and you realized that entrepreneurship has a transformative power. But when you started your journey as an entrepreneur, can you tell us some challenges that you ran into and how you overcame them?
Oh God, it's a very good question because first of all, I have to believe in me. I can make it. That's the first thing I have to learn in my way to be an entrepreneur.
Thank you, thank you. I think even beyond, I think there are a lot of women entrepreneurs or women with disabilities who have that entrepreneurial spirit, who are able to take that step for themselves. And there are some women with disabilities who might need a bit of a nudge, a little bit more of a support, and also going beyond and helping them overcome the stigma that comes with being a woman with a disability. And with that, Karwan, I'd like to ask you the next question. You mentioned there's a lot of societal stigma and a lot of challenges that comes with the work that you do. Can you tell us about how you deal with that, and also a little bit about maybe after a woman goes through your poultry farming program, have there been any stories that have changed mindsets and have people come out as change makers?
Thank you for your question. So since 2013, when the HDO established, we had done many campaign, many trainings to raise the society awareness about the disabilities. So regarding our project, of course, we after the first phase of our project, we have got many success stories. So one of the women which had a physical disability, she was with us. She firstly came, and somehow their father didn't know that she's participating in our project, but she instead to participate. But after the training, so when the results change, okay, so the father can say, I actually didn't notice these things. I really appreciate your work. So, we never forget that moment, It's unforgettable. So at the beginning, he didn't allow, he did at all. But the woman wants to come without her father know. So, but finally, the attitude of the father was changed. So that was that story that we will never forget one. Thank you.
Thanks. Could you tell us if that, could you tell us if that inspired more women with disabilities, or did that change mindsets of other families, and did it increase the enrollment in your programs?
Yes, of course. For the second phase of our project, when we established a forum. When we shared a forum for registration, so at the beginning only few women registered to participate, but after the first phase, you will never imagine more than 100 women want to participate in this project. So that was the very good indicator for show the success of the project. Thank you.
Okay, now I'll Jihad, I think what you talked about in ALNOUR's work is that you go beyond just training and you provide more holistic support in terms of childcare, transport, and healthcare. Can you tell us how that's led to, what kind of long-term success that's led to because of the holistic support that you provide?
So we try to provide anything that a woman with disability would need in order for her not to only be independent, but feel independent. So let's say she got the training, she can now work at the enterprise ALNOUR to produce products that we sell, and then we use to fund our mission. On her way to the office, she doesn't have transportation, so an adapted transportation. So we do offer transportations from our workplaces to the houses, and then in case they don't have ramps to be able for them to be able to leave their houses, we also provide that. We also work on substitutes in anything medical. We also encourage them and then kind of push them as well to periodically go to doctors to keep their health in check, because that's something very important for us. That's also, we work on raising awareness for women with disabilities to take care of themselves and stay healthy. We provide also childcare because we want a woman to fully be like a mother, but also work on having like a career and having like a professional life. So we try to support them in any way for them to be actually financially independent, because that helps them a lot to support their families, leave abusive situations, feel confident in society and have a voice. And then you can see the change. If you meet the woman the first day she comes to apply for the program and you talk to her, come back like in 2 years and you see the confidence in her. You see how she's proud of her product, and some of them right now are instructors of embroidery. So you see how they're very confident on how they're presenting their work and how they're teaching newcomers on the embroidery art that has been dying, unfortunately, in Morocco. So we're doing that as well. We're putting emphasis on the importance of handcraft, traditional Moroccan embroidery. So you can see definitely the change. Give them 2 years and you can see the change in the confidence, and not seeing their disability as something that stops them from reaching their goal anymore, because they have the support they need to reach their goals.
Thank you. And I think we've really seen, sorry, I keep forgetting to let you applaud. We've seen that firsthand with Anna's story. And Anna, can you actually tell us how entrepreneurship has helped you become a decision maker in your own life, and how have other people started seeing you?
First of all, for answer that, I have a video of 40 seconds that it's in the presentation. I think
we can do a quick 40-second video.
I can do it? Oh?
There's a 40-second video of Anna's. Can you help us play that?
Well, meanwhile.
This is Valeria. Every morning, she arrives bright and early at the cooperative, always with a smile. To her, this isn't just a job. It's freedom. It's pride. It's pride. It's knowing that every sweat, every sacrifice is paying off. With every paycheck, she's one step closer to her first home. And you can help build that future. Every loaf of the bread that helps does more than feed bellies. It's fuel for dreams.
Esta es para mi casa.
Join the movement.
That is the inspiration. I feel so proud of Valeria, and I feel so proud of Gustavo. How they empower day by day. And I can tell you a lot of stories that people that came to PanQAyuda as me at the beginning, depressed, sad, and start empowered and make a very, very good work. We work with social enterprises that buy our products. We do desserts, cookies, food, and every product has a part of us. We're very, very proud of our job and our compromise with the other. We are a cooperative, and we cooperate together, and we want to cooperate it with you.
Thank you. And We have 2 minutes. I'm sorry, I think we can only take one question from the audience. We'll do a quick question. Otherwise, you can catch us outside and we can continue the conversation. But does anyone have a quick question we can answer? Okay, maybe I guess we answered all your questions. Thank you so much for joining this panel. Oh, sorry, didn't see you.
Sorry. No problem. Okay, I was just wondering, like, you know, with all of the barriers and challenges that comes with the work that we do, what keep you guys keep going? Because sometimes, you know, because of like everything that's happening, you just feel like giving up. So what makes you guys keep going?
I'm going to quickly say that I think it's stories like Anna and the stories that we've featured in our booklets, the WeDo booklet. There is a digital copy. I will try to share it with anyone who wants to read those stories. And seeing how people's lives have been changed after becoming an entrepreneur, going from being hidden away to a change maker in the society, that's what keeps Youth for Jobs going. And I think we can quickly ask the two of you.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments of crisis. Oh my God, what can I do? What can I do? But you only see the people that you are working with. And you ask you, what else in the life? Thank you.
I think just by seeing women gain that confidence, you get inspired to work more for the independence of women in general with disabilities. Just to see that they're now like confident in the way they're leading their lives and how they encourage each other, that's a good enough reason for us to keep working on empowering women with disabilities.
I just want to say that when you see your results, you know, when you see your results, the feeling that you achieved after the results, it encourages you to be continue. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this panel, and we'll keep this conversation going outside and next year as well. Thank you. Bye.